Alright, hello, and welcome back. Hello there, Neon, how's it going? Alright, there we go. Oh yeah, I can see I forgot you can see your stats here on the right side of the screen. Get the... what do I have? I have Apocalypse Cop mostly, then, of course, the, the Fascist, and let's see. I'm gonna call the library, but I can't do that till the next day. Okay, now I can talk to Measurehead about the semen retention. Oh, I have a thought? What's this? Oh, it was the motorway. Oh, I'm good. As good as I can be. Wait, what? Oh, just you wait.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
I figured out the reality resume. Let's talk about turning back time again.
Managed to learn the reality resume, and next up is returning to the past.
The giant locks eyes with you. His face is serious.
You don't have it in you. Be grateful for that.
Wait. What exactly am I lacking? So it is possible to go back.
Your need to steer every conversation towards your own persona is a sign of low self-esteem.
Stop boring, Measurehead. He talks about big things and you only talk about yourself.
So it is possible to go back.
Anything is possible. Just not for you.
I internalized your race theory, and that was... and that was hard. Well, thank you very much for the follow there, Bella. Much appreciated. Let's see, I internalized your race theory, and that was hard. Can't you just, give me a straight answer for once?
Yes, for you, I imagine it was.
Hello, welcome.
Don't think that I am now obliged to be part of your little growing spurt. It is not going anywhere.
Suggestion. He just needs some convincing before you can talk to him mano a mano. Let's see, well, I have to get this. It's suggestion 17%. Get him to talk to you in private. +2, talk to Gary. +2, talk to the lorryman. Oh, it's just a
The
model I made
unpromising
for
race
myself.
pupil returns.
I'm a goat demon. I know, it's not the best. I made it during a couple years ago. I'm too lazy to make it better. Let's see, get him to talk to you in private. No. Actually, what's it say? Simple. Okay, let's see what he has to say here. Simple. Just humiliate him in front of his entourage until he has to beg you in private to stop. Then, you can let him know it was all but a clever ploy to separate him from his babes. I guess it's true what they say about you. Bodybuilder types. A lie. Earlier you said that there was a growth in your groin area. These pants don't suit you. It looks like you come with love handles. Nice tattoos. Did your mom make them? Oh, well, thank you.
No.
The calm voice comes from high
In
above you.
fact, visual expression of individuality is something we always perceive differently. It's a generational chasm.
Measurehead's his own man. Doesn't give a fuck what anyone thinks.
Your attempt to psychologically manipulate me has failed. It's time you return to your menial matters.
No.
The unpromising raise pupil.
We'll get it eventually.
The unpromising raise pupil.
There we go. It's obvious. You need to steer the conversation to the topic that interests him the most, something that he'd like to discuss with another man in private. Other than race science, what else do you think he's into? Electrochemistry? Light bondage? Oh, hello there, Knight. You came just in time to see this amazing interaction. Sight, tattoos, body art, sadomasochism. No idea. The only thing he seems to care about are his women. Suggestion. Yes, but even more importantly, women. This specimen has surrounded himself not only with one or two, but 3 stellar babes. What's more, all these girls seem to be koikos. What's up with that? You have to find out what's his deal with Grodd. Listen, there's something personal I'd like to discuss with you.
Personal?
He seems bemused. It's time to address the men of Wu. It's about slowly run your eyes over the girls. Stuff. Your babes are very beautiful. I'm sad. It's about the particular nature of your friends here. The men of Wu.
What is he talking about, Jean?
You mean the babes? Huh, I see.
He appears to be calculating something.
Perhaps we should talk in private. Come with me.
Reaction speed. Wait. Where is he taking you? Esprit de corps. What about the lieutenant? Where are you taking me?
To the deepest caverns beneath La Royaume, where eyeless creatures, ignorant of light and warmth, lurk and slither. Don't panic, ham sandwich. That was a joke. We're going to my mother's office.
Logic. Don't worry, it's not a trap. Everyone can see you go in there together. You'll be fine. Half-light. Yes, but no one can see what happens inside. Savoir-faire. Even if he tries anything, you can just slip out of his reach like an eel. How long is this going to take?
A median amount of time.
What about the lieutenant? Turn to Kim.
You go ahead and have your talk. I need a few things from Frit anyways. We'll catch up later.
Esprit de corps. Women, racism, turning back time. It couldn't interest him less. But what if I don't want to do it without you? Okay, sure. I can handle it, no biggie.
No, really. We are not joined by the hip. You want to talk about women with him, and I want to do pretty much anything else. Don't let me hold you back.
We can talk without the pedomorph. It's me and you this time.
Imagine just calling someone a pedomorph. An amazing insult. Alright, I'll let you know when I'm ready to go.
I am not going anywhere, and neither is my mother's office.
Endurance. Alright, let's do this before anyone changes their mind.
The unpromising.
Let's go, I'm ready to talk in private. Go to Mom's office with him.
This way. Processed meat man.
He points to the office door behind you.
We're gonna miss you, Jean.
The babe swoon and sighs if he's about to leave on an interstellary flight. The lieutenant nods, ready to spend some time on his own. Esprit de corps. He can't be happier to get out of this conversation.
Don't worry, babe. This won't take long. So, women, huh?
The 70s Superman stretches on the couch like a giant tattooed cat. Visual calculus, strange. He seems different in here, less monolithic somehow. Inland Empire. The room feels superphoric. In its silence, dust particles twirling around him in the air. Now at first, women. I like women. I don't really like women.
Women.
He repeats. I like women. I don't really like women.
And? That's what you wanted to talk about? That you don't like women?
With the
What
women.
is this really about?
It's about love. Culture victory. The Kips and the Koikos are showing. It's about her, not solemnly, Revachol. I really need to find a way to turn back time. Culture victory.
That is a lie you administer yourself. Like heart medicine. Go without it one day, and your heart will stop. Men only want to reverse time for one reason. They say it's about honor, justice, revenge, regret, redemption, and a plethora of false reasons. But further back, deeper in, it is always love that drives them. I'm going to do you a kindness, Poopa. I'm going to share a secret with you. Here is the secret. There is no love in the past, only the present. The past is made of static images, distorted memories, demented nostalgia. This, the present, with all its possibilities, innumerable hits and misses, is far superior. It is a living organism.
Conceptualization. Maybe if you inquire more about the present, you'll figure out the secret of returning to the past. Empathy. What about all the women that surround him? Is the love extended for them as well? What's so great about the present?
Look around you. Look at the advancements in the sexual sciences. All the novel techniques, accessories, preservatives, massage oils, lubrication salves, abortion clinics. And the women. Women who shave and are capable of understanding concepts like polyamory and coitus casualis. The Khoikhoi and their promiscuity are at the forefront of all that.
Novel techniques? Your techniques were probably last novel during the Franco-Nigerian times. You need those techniques, Bratan, to survive.
Samurai Cop. Oh yeah. I loved Samurai Jack back in the day. I haven't really seen the new one yet. I'll have to watch that sometime. I hear it's pretty good. Electrochemistry. Sounds fun. It's high time you incorporated some of these things into your daily life. Reaction speed. You really have to find out at some point what's up with him and the Khoikhos. Hold on. What are these novel techniques you mentioned? Promiscuity? You mean the cock carousel? Twirl your hand around in the air? I don't think anyone's being promiscuous with me. I wish they were, though. The goal of any sane relationship is loyalty, marriage, eternal love. Anything else is just a vapid pleasure-seeking. I don't actually care about any of that. I'm just here for Revachol. The cock carousel.
You use vulgar humor to distract yourself from the pain that women have caused you. The impotent rage at their promiscuity will not heal you, and it repels women. You have to shed this infantile shell if you ever wish to find a worthy mate.
Perception. Everything's revolving around women and sex with this guy. What's that about? What's up between you and the babes?
You are trying to insinuate something. This impotent psychological manipulation does not work on me. Speak up, Poopa.
Reaction speed. Now, this is the time to ask about the smell. Didn't he say that it's impossible to maintain an erection with the distinct smell of the Khoika? Aren't you bothered by the potat smell? I thought you didn't like women of other races, including Khoikos.
No. It turns me
potat.
on.
No, he gets off to the potat. Electrochemistry. Interesting. Is it some kind of aphrodisiac, then? I thought you didn't like women of other races, including Khoikos.
Your mind is unable to capture the nuances of this particular situation. It exceeds the limits of your emotional intelligence and your genetic imagination. Do not even try.
Hey, you're greatly underestimating my capabilities. Aren't you afraid of producing a seminokoigic chimera?
No, I am not. Poopa. I belong to the SRS. And voluntary offspring production, chimeric or regular, is not an issue for me.
Encyclopedia, fail. SRS seems to be missing from your records. Savoir-faire. Street Racing Syndicate? Endurance. Is it some kind of a performance enhancement supplement? Street Racing Syndicate? Performance enhancement supplement you're taking? SRS? What are you talking about?
The Seaman Retention Society. It does not surprise me that you know nothing about it. Masturbateurs Anonymous is probably an organization you're more familiar with. The SRS is a closed group of strong-willed individuals who have dedicated themselves to building up strategic semen reserves. It takes iron will and razor-sharp focus. far beyond your spiritual potential.
Here we go. Electrochemistry. Life is all about pleasure. Why deny it? Hold on. Did I just get this right? You never actually climax during sexual intercourse? Sounds exciting. How do I join? You're right. Masturbators Anonymous is my kind of jam. How did this conversation end up here?
This is an oversimplification. But yes,
Sounds exciting. How do I join?
I just told you. It's not meant for an Al-Ghul enthralled mind like yours. Only after years and years of emotional, psychological, and spiritual power lifting can a man start looking into joining the SRS.
You're very focused on women and sex.
We are life. Life is sexuality. Sexuality in competition with sexuality. The sexuality of other organisms. The point of any competition is to win.
Win what exactly?
The future.
He lets it set in for a while.
In a biological sense, the man whose essence, whose genetic blueprint is passed on to the most hosts, down to the most generations, fulfills his biological purpose to the greatest extent. This is the love victory.
Reaction speed. What about the Semen Retention Society? Savoir faire. He's right. Everything's a contest and only the shiftiest competitors win. Wait, what about your semen club? There is a competitive element to sex, I agree. Sex is about cooperation. It doesn't matter how many partners you've had.
Semen Retention Society. I told you, this is a simplification. Climax is not required for victory. In fact, it is discouraged. A true man retains his essence. It is far more masculine to pass on a blueprint of your mind and your spirit than your flesh. Women give birth to flesh, and men give birth to spirit. Spirit is immortal.
Conceptualization. He has a point. While an idea is born potentially immortal, flesh is always doomed to die. Physical instrument. Spirit is housed in flesh. No one cares about your fancy ideas if you're getting beaten up behind a bar. This is a competitive element, I agree. Sex is about cooperation.
Your agreement means nothing to me. You're a man defeated by love. It is plain to see. It is in your face, in your voice, in your heart. Love takes courage. You did not have enough. You had a little, too little. That is why we are in my mother's office. You have come to me, seeking wisdom in the sexual arts. Do not waste this opportunity on sycophantic personality mirroring. It will serve you poorly in the great war of love.
You seem to have a set idea of masculinity. I wonder where it comes from.
This is no time for vague generalities. There is something else on your mind. Ask the question you intended to ask, or face your cowardice.
Acolyte. No, this is a trap. He will say or do something horrible if you go down this path. Suggestion. Time to get personal. He's finally ready to open up to you. Alright, what made you Measurehead? It's not cowardice, it's called having a survival instinct.
The only man worth being called a man, Father Jairzino.
Inland Empire, Father Jazino? Sounds like some kind of a mystic or a magician. Hold on, is this Father Jaziro, a mystic?
No, a welder.
Interfacing, an honest job for an honest man. And how did he make you?
Father Jairzino made me hard, where my mother made me soft. Together, they made me complete.
Nod thoughtfully. Soft and hard, I see. It's very poetic, but you're avoiding the question. How did he raise you?
Father Jairzino was very wise. He realized that if the tender touch of my mother wasn't opposed, I would turn into a...
He pauses to make sure your eyes are locked.
complete pussy.
Physical instrument. No, not a pussy.
So he did what a man must. He became a counterweight of iron. Through scarcity, ascesis, discipline, and respectful distance every father should have for his son.
Half-light. Smells like physical violence, just like with Kuno and his dad. Interfacing. Hopefully he at least taught his son some welding. Is Genaziro, however you say that, your biological father?
Yes, I inherited my genetic makeup from Father Jairzino. I am an evolution of him. He is immortalized in my essence, even after his physical body expires.
Reaction speed, and by essence, he means his strategic semen reserve. A collector, that one.
A lot of seaman talk going around, but no one blowing any loads. This party's winding down, Bratan.
Why do you call him Father Jazino, then?
Because Father Jairzino is my father, and his name is Jairzino.
Did he ever hit you? Because it seems like he did.
The stereotypical worries of a traumatized social worker. The reality does not correspond to your personal trauma. And if it did, I would welcome it. A good fight with Father Jairzino would be a great honor.
Reaction speed. Personal trauma. Is he implying you were the one who got beaten up by your dad? No, you've misunderstood me. My father didn't hit me. I don't have any personal trauma. Maybe you're right. Maybe my father did hit me. The thing is, I don't really remember. This talk about physical violence between fathers and sons is suddenly making me uncomfortable.
You don't have to remember. You are like a dog with its tail between its legs. It is visible to all. It is visible to women, and the reason why you haven't found a worthy mate, or why the worthy mate was stolen from you.
Pain threshold. Strange. There's no memories of that recorded anywhere in your body. He's making it up. Savoir-faire. He's making it up to gain an unfair advantage over you in sexual and possibly financial competition. A slip out of his reach. Empathy. It wasn't your father who beat you. It was the world.
This is a weakness I can empathize with. You have my pity. Take solace in it.
Did he teach you some welding at least?
No, I am not interested in welding.
Thanks for sharing all of this with me.
I am merely offering a small glimpse of functional family dynamics. Something you were clearly deprived of.
I'm sure your dad thinks thinks you're an apex predator, a top dog. You don't always have to be so hard. Live a little, let loose. Stop making everything about me. Yes, So, back to babes and turning back time.
No, he does not. But it doesn't matter. I shouldn't care, and I don't, what he thinks. I am myself, not him. This is how he taught me.
You seem comfortable here. Do you like this place?
Yes, I have always liked this place. It is my favorite. When I was a kid, I used to come here and wait for my mother to finish her work. Great times were had here, filling in the great coloring book of the semina and flora and fauna, the carrion flowers and the monotremes, the mangrove forests and the megabats. And the couch. The couch is very comfortable, even though it is very small. There is no couch like this one.
And look around. So does your mother work here?
No.
But she used to.
Yes.
Oh, did she retire? She must have passed away. My condolences.
My mother will never die. She retired with great honors. The greatest, some say. A true modern ritual. The entire organization attended when she was given the honorary engraved paperweight. It was a tender day.
Shivers. A failure. There should be something here, a memory, a feeling, even if it's just a glimpse, but the depth of your psyche remains silent. You don't have a single memory of your mother. Mothers are great. I can't remember anything about my mother. Apologies, I didn't mean to get so personal. I'm more interested in babes than mothers.
I am not surprised. You are like the runt of the litter, abandoned, incapable of nurturing a woman's love. Our mothers are the ones who teach us to receive affection from the opposite sex. A bond you have clearly not experienced. Instead, you have developed this unhealthy obsession with the past, standing before me hoping to turn back time. This is not the answer. Reinvent yourself from defeat.
I really must return to the past now.
Clearly, it is impossible for you to shed your neurotic obsession. This wailing for the past is a task unfit for men. It is better left for widows mourning their husbands, and for mentally ill communists mourning their commune. If you want advice on babes, or the mysteries of life, or even on Revachol, look forward. To escape your defeated state, you need to move forward, on to future victories.
You don't get it. I need to bring disco back. From the 30s. It's about the suzerain. He's counting on me. I'm still convinced the babes were more faithful in the past. They stuck with their men. Maybe you're right, but I won't know until I've tried the impossible.
It seems to me you are in need of a warning. Here it is. It is absolutely possible to return to the past. You just need to take a ticket to Seregli Island, the southernmost of the Seminine Archipelago, also known as Ile de Fantôme, and walk into Pale. Let it dither and rot your mind. Then you can marinate forever in your irreversible defeat, while race enemies laugh at your motionless, gab-mouthed corpse.
Half-light. No, this does not sound inviting. Inland Empire. Finally, a chance to connect with the divine. Perception. It gets very cold in the office. Like in a desert after the nightfall. Cool, Where do I get the tickets? Why do I have the feeling that there's a catch?
There is no catch. You will get what you want. The rule is a cruel master, but it is not pale. Pale takes your mind and rejects the flesh. It is capricious and terrifying, like a virgin. You will lose your courage before her face.
Oh, hey there, Faye. How's it going? Yeah, he's all spread out.
Go have a look. The white-haired protein mass at the intersection. A lorry driver. Impossible to miss her if you're even a half-decent cop.
Oh, that's good. A protein mass? Pale driver, yes, we've already discussed the pale, and its many effects.
An empty vessel the mind has deserted. A husk no longer inhabited by the consciousness. Biological waste.
Conceptualization. This goes far beyond your conceptual reach. Beyond the conceptual reach of anyone, really. Shivers. A chill races down your spine. Yes, I've already talked to the Pale Driver.
And yet you're still obsessed with turning back time? After you've seen what it does to a man? A piece of advice? Stop fighting time and face the real antagonist. Face yourself, Poopa. It's a showdown every man must go through. We are done here. And remember, what happens in my mother's office stays in my mother's office. Quiet contemplation ends, biological rivalry resumes.
Finally. I thought I'd have to come looking for you. What took you so long?
We got into some pretty deep waters there. Time flies when you're in a good company. How long was I in there? And just men being men, Kim. You wouldn't understand. Look solemnly to the horizon.
René.
He says, snapping his fingers. What about René? You think he's our killer after all? Just ignore him. What about René?
You are really starting to remind me of him. It's not a compliment. I don't like it. Alright, let's go. It's getting cold.
Alright, turn back the wheels of time. Face yourself in the mirror. Alone. I'll have to do that at night. When Kim goes away. Let's see. Probably go back to the nightclub, I guess. Still talk to the... Convince Suna to cooperate with the Ravers or Victor. Let's see. It's gonna be a while till I can go back to the stores. So I'll just buy a couple just to be sure. I think I bought some yesterday, but I don't really remember how many I bought. So...
Okay, here. I hope.
Just
Okay,
two of
here. Okay,
and one of
here.
those.
I
Okay,
hope.
that should be fine. I don't think there's a whole lot more to the... I mean, as far as objectives go, there's not many objectives left in the game. It's just, the rest of it takes a while. Yeah, I just need to talk to finish up the church quest line. I can talk to the drunks, find Ruby. And then it's just the end game, pretty much after that.
Yes, what is it?
Hey, about that 2mm hole again, did you have anything else
The
to say
swallow,
about
you
that?
mean?
No.
What grade? Thanks.
Let's see. What if I just force you to leave? I'm a police officer and you'd have to do what I say. What if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre and he wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
Hold on. You don't want to make anything work?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
Alright, got your message.
Good.
Alright, let's see.
Yes, what is it?
Alright, let's see. Suggestion 83%. Convince her to cooperate with the Ravers. +1. Research not going well. +1. Discovered fortress accident. Easy. When her research is done, she can move out. Listen, about your research. You mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the Boom Boom anymore. Just think about it. She thinks about it, a glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings in more snow from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
What is an off-site copy and why do you need it?
It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She's making it extra simple for you.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
By your old workspace, do you mean the studio of Fortress Accident in the doomed commercial area?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Wait, a bookstore lady? You mean Plaisance? Actually, I've already been inside the doomed commercial area.
Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
And where exactly is the off-site copy?
In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the off-site copy from the ice bear.
Why can't you go and get the filament yourself?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Wait. Are you part of the curse?
Of course not. Anyway, I don't have my keys anymore and she won't let me in.
Why does she think you're part of the curse?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
That's a bit biased, don't you think? Yeah, people in Martinez don't really like to get with the times. Don't be too harsh, that's only because of their socio-economic situation. What if it does emit elemental evil? Narrow your eyes.
It doesn't emit. It receives. You sound just like her. She started praying when she first saw my rain. Turned to higher powers.
The lieutenant coughs, like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic.
Alright, I'll go look for the off-site copy.
Thanks.
As she thinks for a moment, then reaches behind the radio computer and hands you what looks like an oversized pry bar.
And here's my Qualsund multitool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Kvalsund.
Empathy. It hurts a bit for her to say this, but she's not too happy to be parting with the Kvalsund. Physical instrument. This glorious multi-tool makes a regular pry bar completely obsolete. The Coulson KR +2 multi-tool. Equip this to open locked containers in the world. This is an advanced pry bar, a pry bar +2, if you will. Built by Klovsund in Vasa. The number of gadgets hidden within the frame of the yellow and gray multi-tool will stagger any technician. Now the bear's eyes are dead and empty, ice inside the fridge slowly melting. The power has been cut off. Reaction speed, but where's the filament memory? It's not in here. Hey, I can't see the off-site copy anywhere. Check the shelves again.
Someone must have taken it. What does the note say?
Where is it? Let's interact, which one is the... Oh yeah, handwritten note on fridge, a handwritten note that you found from the giant ice bear fridge. It still bears some marks from the fruit-shaped kitchen magnets that were used to secure it to the refrigerator door. The note is written in a blue pencil. On a piece of lined office paper, the kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
The lieutenant leans in closer to read the crumpled note over your shoulder. Esprit de corps. This is tangential to the... this is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Read the note. Someone has scribbled S.I. Can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sulislaw. Someone has moved the filament, but who?
Sulislav. Wasn't he one of Miss Lukanen's co-workers? I remember communicating reading her personal log.
Remind me again, what's a filament memory?
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
Who's the illiterate ginger kid?
Really? You don't have a single guess?
You mean Kuno? No idea at all.
I'm placing my bets on a certain red-haired miscreant we met before. He'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
So would I. Do you have any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Let's see. The ice cream maker. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand crank ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. Turn the ice cream crank. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. Inland Empire. That's all gone now. You never became a poet or an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. Electrochemistry. What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar? Let's see. Physical instrument, 83%. Crack open the lid. +2. A machine unplugged. +1. Better grip with gloves. Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Quilsland multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep. A filament memory with the words off-site copy written on its side. Electrochemistry. Disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream maker. What? No ice cream?
A scoop of ice cream would have been nice, yes.
Take the filament memory. The lieutenant agrees. Someone's stomach grumbles. The room feels very cold. You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, carefully not to damage
We should
it.
take it back to Miss Lukanen killed as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Interfacing, yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs. And, oh yeah, that's right, you can't move in here without the flashlight. There's the... There we go. Let's see, remove the production schedule. Insert the offsite copy. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides in place on the keyboard. The play key starts blinking. Press play. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. The voice sounds 100 years old.
Good evening. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the offsite copy?
I might have a password for the offsite copy.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Say, afterlife, death.
No, that's not it.
Half-light. What does she mean, that's not it? What's the password, then? Conceptualization. Maybe it's the second part of the leitmotif you saw on the stained glass window. Say, after death, life again.
Good. I've unlocked the offsite copy. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Ka-ching.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Oh, that's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Let's see, press print. It sounds like something cracks before the piece of paper starts filling up with pure black ink. Interfacing. Something's broken. Machines aren't supposed to behave like this. Read the printout. The paper is soaked with ink. It's monochrome darkness, spanning from margin to margin. It's not possible to make out any information. What happened? It's just covered in ink.
Odd. Something is obviously broken here.
Perception 97%. Examine the printout again. A single speck of white shines out from the shade. For some reason, the printer decided to spare this one tiny dot of paper. Inland Empire, marked by the devil itself. Physical instrument. Looks like gibberish. Better get running again. What happened? It's just... let's see. Tear off the printout. Remove the off-site copy. The filament slides out and of its glowing nest. Let's see, we got a cube of crisscross filaments feels oddly fragile in your hand. Its intricate structure still cold to the touch. Silver tape on the side reads, "Off-site copy. Note, this filament contains information that can be read using a radio computer." Can I pawn it for $50? It's worth $50. They're both worth 50. I mean, what happened to the thing? I sold it for speed.
Yes, what is it?
About the off-site copy you asked me to bring.
Yes?
I bought it. I brought you the filament to give her the off-site copy. Is this the filament you're looking for? Show her the production schedule. I found a note on the ice bear fridge. It said the off-site copy had been moved to a safer place. Here.
Thanks. Looks like it's the one.
What's gonna happen now?
Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
Don't waste your time printing it out. There's nothing but a speck of white and a sea of black ink. It's broken.
A speck of white? That's exactly what I'm hoping to find.
What do you mean?
Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper gets soaked in ink again. Its evil blackness shining in the light of the mainframe. It looks eerie. Interfacing. This is wrong. Machines shouldn't behave like that. Half-light. Cold sweat trickles down your spine. This is spooky as hell. Play it cool. Now what? Something's very wrong with that filament memory. Step back. Please, just stop. Stop playing with this thing. Asuna doesn't reply. Her hand's running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here. I found it.
As she suddenly says, raising her ink-stained fingertip. Where? Lean closer. It's that white dot in the same place I saw before when I printed it out.
Hold on.
As she's behind the keyboard now, typing in some numbers that only she understands. The terminal beeps, and the light inside starts pulsing like a glowing heart. Can I do anything?
Shh. Just give me a second. I'm almost...
She clocks up her typing speed.
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
There's joy in her voice as she bumps her fist in the air. You did it. You found the coordinates. Oh my god, congratulations. So where is it? Where's your 2mm hole in the world?
Thank you.
She yells back with a grin. Electrochemistry. Time for a celebratory drink, perhaps. Just a thought. So where is it?
There. In the swallow.
She points to the other end of the church, where a group of water bowls forms a ritualistic arch.
Think you can help me again?
She tilts her head, eyes sparkling. Sure.
I need you to go move those water bowls for me. I need to double-check my calculations.
Interfacing. You like moving things around. Moving things around is calming.
Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
I forget if I have to actually remember this. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and move the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. I'm not gonna remember that. Sure, no
Thanks.
problem. That's Could these wires work as contact microphone? Contact mic. There he is again. Let's see. Move the bowls to the right position and report back. I don't know which one is considered which bowl. Okay. Water bowls, it's awfully silent again, as if someone had turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowls stands still. Sight. Measurements have been marked down in the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor. Interfacing. Oh boy, this is gonna be good. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters away. It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound. Move the fourth bowl. Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall. Physical instrument. Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place after all.
Yes, what is it?
I moved the water bowls in the right position, just like you said. What's next?
Great. Everything should be aligned now.
She stops, biting into her chapped lip. Empathy. Miss Know-It-All is hesitating. What's wrong? Okay, let's get this party started.
Yeah, let's do it. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
Wait, why do you have your headphones on mute in the first place?
Honestly, I'm a little scared.
Isn't it going to be just silence and nothing else?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist?
She turns to face you, the mainframe throwing shadows on her chin.
What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
She grows silent, her face very pale in the cold light of electricity. What? You're overthinking this. You're right. We should be cautious. We don't know what we're dealing with here.
I don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe it's going to tear the world apart.
Conceptualization. Like that evil ink that filled the printout, erasing coherence and meaning. You're right.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just tired.
It's scary, but we just have to face it. Hey, I don't think I want to do this anymore. Seems too dangerous. Slowly start to back off.
Yeah. You're right. Let's do it.
As she puts on her oversized headphones, ready to press unmute on the keyboard. The lieutenant takes a step back. And then nothing. Nothing happens as Suna, I don't know how you say her name, presses unmute on the keyboard, nothing but silence. Hearing. You can hear some small animal across the floor, in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary. Can you hear anything? She doesn't answer, her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus, one hand cupping the headphone. Well?
Damn it!
She lets out a loud sigh before tearing off her headphones, as she's still avoiding your gaze. Come on, did you hear anything?
No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Empathy. Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place. What do you mean, nothing happened? Did you find the swallow?
No.
She rests her face on her hands, massaging the forehead.
No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something, if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is.
She raises her hand, staring at all the machines that litter the church, cables coiling up on the floor like pests.
You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
Inland Empire, silence is silence. You're sure there's more of it? Let's see, 92%, hold on.
Yes, what is it?
92%. Put on the headphones, +2, cold mama dakwa. Hearing. Everything disappears. You are draped in silence, like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes. What does it mean? Yes, but can I hear anything? It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop. It's like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it? Suna, take off the headphones. What if we need a better sound system?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
Murmurs the lieutenant, inspecting the damage done to the Arabiqua.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
Yes, but they could help with the speakers.
You mean the speed freaks?
As she closes her eyes, as more dance music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary.
Of course. The speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Suggestion. Brilliant negotiating there, detective, as always. Great. I'll go back to them then.
Sure. Let me know how it goes. Thanks, officer.
Right, I'll let you work in peace now. Let's see. Don't need that. The boombox? Let's see. Just walk around with my gun. Now the speed.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Here to talk about the church again.
Yes? What's the deal?
Good news, I managed to convince Suna. She's only with you. She's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition. She needs your speakers for her project.
We are grateful, Cotman. You're an augury of a new era of Nordic dance music.
The speed freak smiles, happier than ever you've seen before. You're going to have to share space for a couple of weeks until she gets her research finished.
That's fine. We can manage.
He grins excited.
And you're still sure about keeping our little side business, right?
Actually, I've been thinking. Oh, you mean the illegal drug lab? Well, there will be no shady shenanigans in the church. Only love and anodic dance music.
Fine. We can make do. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
I leave the tent.
Yes, what is it?
How's the project going? I see that your neighbors have moved in. But all I hear is anodic dance music.
What? What did you say?
I said, how's the project going?
I can't hear you! The music is too loud!
She shouts, pointing at the enormous speakers that's churning out the sound. The project! How's it going?
Oh, the project! It's not going well!
Why?
There's that guy! I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer into the speakers.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Egghead! A 3.5 cable! Into the auxiliary input! Okay?
Why don't you just ask him?
He doesn't listen to me! He only ever seems to care about hardcore and Yekukata! A place to be, apparently!
I'll speak to him, see what I can do.
Thanks! Maybe you can get through his magic rhymes!
As she does jazz hands to mock him.
Let me know how it goes!
A young man with peroxide blonde hair stands behind a mixer deck, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says, Inland Empire, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secret.
Hardcore!
Say nothing. Is it?
Hardcore!
Still say nothing. But is it? I mean, really?
Hardcore to the mega!
Say nothing. Alright.
Internally coherent.
Still say nothing. I was wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary hanged behind the whirling in rags. Still say nothing.
Hardcore! Alright! Yeah!
Say nothing. Please tell me what exactly are you doing? He furrows his brow, as his very large head traces the sublime, invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the church.
Hardcore! Ah!
He lets out an agonized roar over the feeblish, obviously not too hardcore beat below. So hardcore, but no, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't. Hardcore.
Is it though?
He stops dead in his tracks, tilting his head to the side. Is it? I was just thinking that a moment ago.
But is it? I mean, really?
He tilts his head to the other side, like an owl. Inland Empire feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say. I was thinking that too. I don't know what to say exactly.
Under the radar, over the top.
New task, solve the egghead puzzle. Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think? There is a certain... I forget, I'll have to look it up here. There has to be some way to talk to this person. You just haven't found it yet. This is definitely not about signs. What if you just try again? Find a way out of his maze of saying things. Here, I'll look up what the actual answer is, because I don't remember. And I don't feel like doing a bunch of trial and error.
This is hardcore. Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Internally coherent. All core! All right! Hardcore! Ah! Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? I am the mic enforcer. I am the chicks checker. Yeah! Back to the heavyweight jam. Hardcore! Hardcore to the meg, internally coherent. All core, all hardcore. Ah! The question is, what is the question?
Oh, okay. Oh, I was muted because I was looking up the thing. Let's see. Just answer the question. What would have been good? Oh, that would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now, this is just idiotic.
But there was a question?
Okay, now you go through this dialogue tree.
True. Hardcore. Internally. All core. Hard. Is it
so hardcore? It is.
But is it? I mean, really.
Okay, here's the answer. The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
He frowns and then starts bobbing his head back and forth once more. The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear the music anymore. I just stared him down. That's... And let's see. There's a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, right next to the canal. Electrochemistry. Oh, hold on, let me see. This... Oh, yeah, it did, okay. Don't be alarmed, everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is... it could be even more so. Egg. Can you please route Suna's signal through your speakers?
To the Mega! Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary! What kind of a cable does she use? 3.5 or 4.5?
It's 3.5, no doubt about it. It's on the ground. Point to it.
Oh, she uses 3.5. Yeah. The auxiliary lining is 4.5 millimeter. These two don't mix.
Oh no, we're going to be in this church forever.
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here.
He searches for the cable on the ground, picks it up, looking at the jack.
Hang on, this is a 4.5. We're all good people!
With a grin, he sticks the plug into the auxiliary line in. You hear a satisfying click. Interfacing. Whoa, thank God. Adapters noticeably degrade the sound quality.
Great! Someone got through to him! Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn the music off, please?
Egg, the music?
Everybody! Everybody! Don't panic! I'm going to turn off the on-off for just a sec. For a special scheduled event. The on-off will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. Alright, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes, and then I'll turn off the music.
How do you like it in the church?
Yeah!
Yeah.
Back on the case! No disgrace! Bring it down to party place!
He pumps his fist in the air.
The first page of the second chapter!
His voice echoes all around the grand hall. Conceptualization. Could it be? Maybe for him. You only have a chapter or two left in you. Last of the penultimate, more like. You said that you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
He turns pensive all of a sudden.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
He thinks for a moment, and then his expression clears.
It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
Conceptualization. If anything, it sounds a bit proto. Like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you're pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore. It's hyper hardcore. It's super hardcore. It's only ultra hardcore. It's proto, not hardcore at all. How much is the fish?
Wow! Culture cop!
Empathy. For a moment you almost think that he's going to put his hand down. But that would be ludicrous.
I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be?
It sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question? Try to think of anything that could make it harder core. Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police. I can't help you with this right now.
No! This is the answer!
Trying to think of anything that could make it harder core.
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
Endurance. As your mind works, the beat recedes from your ears. You hear Your own blood pulsing through your head, nourishing your thoughts with oxygen. The rhythm is familiar. Think even harder. Feel the movement of blood through your head. The abstract shapes swelling in the foreground have done so in vain. This is a core matter. The answer in the double kick that moves the millimeters through your mind. The dark thud is the source of all rhythm, the inspiration behind mathematics. The hard core. My imagination fails me. Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
My imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
He laughs and shakes his head. Electrochemistry, but there's something else that hasn't failed you. Oh wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police.
Uh-huh.
The young man is, bursting with anticipation. Nothing. Me being the police isn't going to help us. Actually, it's more likely to hinder us. And I have a job to do. Instead of this absurd idiocy, goodbye, leave.
Oh.
I can't help you right now. Gotta work on something extra.
Yeah!
Are you a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation! No war, but class war!
Does that mean you're a thought reader? So you're not a thought reader. You're a communist. Tell me something else, Egghead.
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Elysium. She was a communist, though.
Yeah! With the rebel yell!
So does that mean you're a thought reader? Communists are pansies. Can't fight invaders with internationalist babble. You need the strength of a pure nation.
I can do that! If you want that, I can be a conduit for the mystical nationhood.
Oh no, he can turn Egghead into a fascist. No.
Please don't turn him into a fascist.
Oh no, they're asking me that.
Oh yeah, sure. This is exactly what we need.
Be a fascist, Egghead. Our future needs your help. Don't be a fascist. Wait, what am I saying? Of course be a fascist. Don't be a fascist. That path is too hardcore. No, be a fascist, Egghead. he yells. You guess Egghead is a fascist now. Does that mean you're a thought reader?
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as fault reading.
Yeah! Revolution imperative!
Unless you were thinking Revolution imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with Eggs yelling. I know what you mean.
Lie, but I was thinking Revolution imperative.
That's fucked up, man. Lying like that. And a cop too.
Tell me something else,
The
Egghead.
nation rules the nation!
He looks at you with an almost impossibly wide, shining grin, looking to see if you approve. Welcome to Revachol. Almost there. Could use a bit more heart. You're wrong. The nation can't bend all to its will.
Welcome to Revachol! Welcome to Revachol! Mystical nationhood!
Half-light. The bright future of Revachol reflects off at Jermaine Egghead's giant smile. A world of Revacholian domination, where its shores are bereft of ill influence. Is your real name Jermaine?
Dark Hard Hardcore! Jermaine Egghead!
Basically, yes it is.
Why are there lungs on your belt buckle?
Lungs are for love!
Why would lungs be for love?
When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, Her lungs started glowing through her body. For the world loved her, and she loved it back. Yeah!
Conceptualization. Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you hold your breath, the breath of your soul? Really? Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I think so.
That doesn't sound like a thing that would happen. Thank you for the story. Well, the lungs are where you hold your breath for your soul, aren't they?
Highly gaily.
Let's see. Physical instrument. 97%. Maybe your body can tell you what Arno van Eyck's jam is missing to make it harder core. +1, the beat of your heart. +1, expert on anodic music. You know it in your lungs, where the pressure should vibrate, in your heart that's alone, and in your solar plexus, where the hits should land. So does every chordate animal. Needs more bass.
What?
The young man makes a sudden move, like he's about to turn the volume down, but that would be ridiculous. And a melody, a good melody, is what makes a song really stick. So you can't get it out of your head anymore. Point at your head.
Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from?
I don't know, I was thinking you would know. Nowhere. I'm gonna become some sort of anodic cop too. I've had enough capo types already.
I'm sorry. I don't know anything about anodic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
Empathy. He feels ashamed that he can't be of more service of the future of dance music. Okay, I'll look into it. In an official capacity, it's up to the police to make the beats go harder. Take the task. Alright, I'll see if I can come up with something on my own. A citizen investigation. Take the task. No, I really don't have time for this. Sure. Make Van Eyck's jam harder core. The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's jam.
Yeah, maybe that street hawker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell. That's just an idea.
Shivers. There's a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain. Right next to the canal, a reel of magnetic tape is caught in its branches, like bronze ribbons blowing in the wind. It feels cold. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, I've been there.
Oh, I know! I know this! I can tell you where it is!
St. G is the boulevard before the canal bridge. The one that takes you to the whirling in rags and the industrial harbour. It's got the lanterns and the...
Now he's a fascist, so he only has one brain cell left, unfortunately.
I knew that! I could have said that!
and the mosaic sidewalk.
But it's all blocked with that stupid traffic jam right now. Anyway.
It feels cold.
Does it?
Shake it off.
Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Copman.
Copman!
Yells Egghead. Alright, goodbye, Egghead.
Alright! Here comes the night!
You got us in, Cop. I can't believe you got us in.
Yeah, Cain and Abel. Just bashed his head with a rock. He looks up at the hole, examining the carpentry. Empathy, with wonder in his sharp eyes.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. But you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, secret task complete. Sync signs with Noid. I think this. Yeah, because I'm a fascist in this one. So I think yeah, he is a fascist. I think. Here, let's see.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
Andre is busy cutting up some slightly less lame but still quite ungainly shapes on the church floor, sweating profusely. Sal using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. These kids got spunk. I admire that. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the bass. Better here than in the tent. Shrug. It wasn't safe. I'm genuinely into the hardcore lifestyle. You wouldn't understand. I'm a corrupt cop, Kim, and this is a corrupt scheme. I did it for all mankind. For all of mankind.
Okay.
The lieutenant keeps it laconic. Esprit de corps. What he means is, I don't believe you actually think you did it for all mankind, but whatever keeps you in high spirits is okay by him. Noid, what do you think about the church?
It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more.
He rubs his hands together. How old do you think this church is? Over 300 years? What style is this church?
That's right. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it, on the coast here. Was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something, but I understand. Alone on an uninhabited archipelago, forced to face themselves and nature. Pre-industrial quantities of solitude, the sea, perhaps something more fundamental.
Inland Empire. He means something paranatural. He must.
I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well.
What style is this church built in?
A cop who's into building critique. Okay then, this is folk DeLoreanism, lawmongerer. It's a subset of early DeLorean architecture.
Okay, and what is DeLorean architecture like?
Total. Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLoreanism. This is just an homespun version of it. Folksy stuff. Early mass production. They made thousands like this. Does that help you out?
What would a DeLorean building look like?
Like that woman there. Vertical, thin, white. A false image of grandeur. The source of the system is up there. You're at the bottom. They really dug that power vertical. Like to show off large and intricate structures. Arches, spires. Put you down with them. They were really into painting everything white too. Virginal shit, you know. Marriage shit. Virtue and tyranny.
Marriage is shit, yeah. Yeah, hey, marriage is great. Marriage is sacred. Yeah, this church isn't painted white, as far as I can tell. Yeah, marriage is shit. He takes a bolt from the toolbox and spits on it before shining it. This church isn't painted white, as far as I can tell.
Stands to reason it used to be white on the outside, before the sea wind took all the paint off.
Shivers, slowly peeled by the wind. Your skin crawls from the sensation as you look around. What did you mean by dead bodies?
Dead bodies of perennial plants. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. The spiritual collapse has been total.
Spiritual collapse?
I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, cop man? After a short while, they shuddered and went away. They had sensed that she could no longer see them and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother weren't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live. End of quote. This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it.
First, where's that quote from?
A Sarais man who lived a long time ago, an ancient hardcore brother.
What you're saying is, you're not a big fan of the innocent system. What you're saying is, religion has stopped being hardcore.
It never was. A 3,000-year-old regime of history, built by hundreds of generations of self-appointed intellectuals. It's false to the core.
But you guys said that the Ecclesiastes were all about love and hardcore before, remember? I even agreed with you about the Ecclesiastes being okay with this. And you propose dance music will supplant the system?
Anodic dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. And yes, I do.
Electrochemistry. You know what this kind of stuff goes well with? Don't you have to be on drugs for that, though?
Only a little.
Cool. Not cool. Shake your head.
It's
Cool.
a necessity. All large human gatherings are narcotic. It's just the way of the spinal cord.
There is a difference between narcotics and group elation. One kills you, the other does not.
The supercharged humanism that the innocentric system has been feeding us on giant city squares, that's not a drug. The sugar and wheat it feeds us is healthy.
Forget it. It will become an imbecilic discussion. You two continue. It's more hardcore that way.
How do you like the glasswork? Point to the stained glass window.
I don't. Fuck are giving me the evil eye.
That's her Innocence Dolores Day. Mind your words. I'm getting some real negative vibrations from her, too. You want to get inside the church, and now you don't like the stained glass window?
No wonder. We have to get rid of it. Dismantle it. Can't dance with a giant mass murderer looking at ya. Not a good look for the club.
Mellow, man, mellow. No one's a mass murderer. This is a house of love. Mass murder on the floor.
But she's the innocence of humanism. Humanism seems to be a pretty big deal around here. But she's pretty. Yeah, but like, who isn't accused of being a mass murderer these days? I do feel like there's something terrifying about her. Isn't she supposed to be an embodiment of the world spirit? Would you say she was, you know, human? Yeah, I'm done talking about her. I don't want to think about her anymore. Who isn't a mass murderer these days?
No one says Arno van Eyck is a mass murderer. The anodic pioneer Rietveld is not a mass murderer. He is not accused of mass murder. Likewise, no one says Jermaine Egghead or Andre are mass murderers. You can live entirely outside that suspicion. Billions of people go about not being guilty of mass murder. Just not her.
I do feel like there's something terrifying about her.
There is. She is a party repellent and must be taken down before we can begin partying in here.
Half-light. No, that's not it. It's something more, something closer to your skin. Take her down, crash it, destroy the window. Keep the beautiful sharp shards. Keep her long face and her hair. Say nothing and stare grimly into the distance.
Will do.
The speed freak nods and pets the toolbox as if it were a cat.
No, Noid. Stop twisting my melon, man. People are gonna love it. It'll be our thing. Plus it keeps the cold out.
Isn't she supposed to be the embodiment of the world spirit? Human?
I like this question, Cop Man. She did not live the life of a human. She lived like someone who's playing a game. The life of an operator. That's not the life that humans live. She was adored. Humans aren't. I don't know about you, but they hate me. And they do not think I'm innocent or some shit like that.
Yeah, they hate this too, point at yourself. I don't know what you're talking about. I have thousands of fans. I'm surrounded by love and support all the time. She's a player. She played us all. It's just a game to her.
Well, they loved her. They put all their love in her and forgot all about the rest of us.
The young man lets go of his suspenders as they hit his chest with a slap. Yeah, I'm not talking about her. Rhetoric. What a strange choice of words. Empathy. Caustic. Overflowing with negativity. Volition. That can't be healthy. What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to this window? Nothing, everything's okay. I don't know. It's a nice window. But it isn't. And you shouldn't come back to this anymore. This should be the last time. Stop talking about that damn window, please. Let's talk about the glasswork again. I've been thinking about her. How are you settling in?
Hard to say, Cop Man. Signs in here are distinctly wild. Gonna take a while before everything's properly synced. I did get to talk to the crab man, though.
You mean Diego?
Anyway, he's been giving me kind of a psychic rundown of this place. Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us.
You mean all of his mother's love stuff isn't too spooky for you? You mean all his sobriety stuff isn't too restrictive for you? What do you mean?
Talking to him, I realise that sobriety can be pretty hardcore too. I gotta respect it. The man picks up on stuff, and he knows a lot about the church. I got a lot to learn from him. Good thing you didn't squash him.
Let's see. I wanted to talk some more about this place. What did Diego tell you about the church?
The crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things. Things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubies built this place about 320 years ago as a sarcophagus.
Do you mean there were dead bodies here?
Not like a literal sarcophagus. I'm just being metaphorical.
What's it for?
Encasement, confinement, of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isla. I think that's what the crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs. Like, this is some old world shit the Ubies had heard about. I thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church, surrounding it, to contain it.
Sounds like a job for the remote viewers division. I don't get it. Contained what exactly? Huh? Spooky. Now let's talk about something else.
I doubt it. I don't even think the Ubies properly understood it. What it does. But it's what this Sona person is looking for and trying to measure.
He nods towards the woman.
It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. All those things they really can't.
Shivers. The wood creaks as a gale blows by outside. Dust particles fall through the darkness, settling down on the age-bleached floorboards. The structure does not feel particularly durable. This building seems less than structurally sound. What makes you think Suna's going to fail?
No. It's pretty fucking unsound if you ask me. They should have built a club for anodic music around it instead.
He grins.
Anodic music will definitely contain whatever we're dealing with.
His words echo in the chamber.
And if it can't, well...
He shrugs non-committedly. What makes you think Suna's gonna fail?
Seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like... substance.
I found a doomed commercial area in Martinez proper. Maybe it's the same thing the Ubis were trying to contain.
Like a concentric ring spreading out. The struggling villages. And that is what caused the communards to fail in defending the beachhead. Yeah, a lot of failure has gone down around here.
You think there's any merit to the theory? And now that I think about it, it doesn't sound plausible.
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's not a thing we can answer, cop man. Even I have limits. I'm a limited psi person.
Well, if it's without substance, I guess there's nothing to worry about.
Maybe you can figure things out, cop man. I think we got on a good level here. The signs are syncing up well.
Why are you so suspicious about everything?
Suspicious people are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law. They don't call me Noid for nothing. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our signs synced.
Why are you called Noid anyway?
It's short for paranoid.
May I ask why? What good is being suspicious? What are you suspicious of?
A reasonable question. Say I get hurt. I want to make sure it never happens again. So I analyse the situation. Exercise caution. Caution is suspicion.
What are you suspicious of?
It'd be easier to list stuff I'm not suspicious of. I'm not suspicious of sound and colour. Mechanics and chemistry also have a trueness about them. Most anything else deceives. Wants to steal your life away.
Inland Empire. This is a good, dangerous line of questioning. You should prod him on. And what are the most suspicious things?
I don't have a top 10 list of things I'm most suspicious of, but if I had one, the left-right complex would be number 1. Number 2 would be their sole accomplishment, the pig-wheat paradigm.
Does this mean you're mentally ill?
Mental illness is a term the powers use to homogenise people. I think I don't reach mental illness. I am merely politically ill, a suspicious element.
Tell me more about the left-right business.
I prefer not to. Both ask the wrong questions. Any spark of light from either one is accidental. Their combined movement's only concern is producing enough pig and wheat for everyone. The end goal of humanity. The original mistake was assuming that words have more being than bodies. That's what led us astray, far from our true lives, but we may yet find a way back.
Inland Empire. Whatever this true life is, you feel like it's real centerpiece of this mythology. What's suspicious about the production of pork and wheat?
It's our only shit. We should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves.
What's bad about cereal grain? Having enough food could be a precursor for greater things. What's bad about animals? Animals are cute. Yeah, it's our only shit, and we fucking suck at it.
Nothing. Animals are cool, guys. I like animals too, but that doesn't mean I have to be one myself.
Well, that was certainly stimulating. I want to ask you something else. You mentioned true life. What would that be like?
Life is true if it's free from fear, an internal division among oneself and others. Mankind has seeds of greatness in it. A germinal will come A return to trueness. It will be hardcore.
How would you go about returning to this true life?
Beats and bright lights to shatter falsehoods. Nerve impulses for the collective body. We are very much alike in basic structure. An hard enough beat would awaken everyone to a truer calling. In unity.
Just like that, the speed freak is right in your face, his eyes burning, his comrades look on worriedly. Empathy. The young man is dead serious about this. So you're advocating a noise-based society?
Many non-Occidental cultures share a beat at their heart. Thus, they are closer to true, hardcore life. There's just never been enough of them, and they had to rely on some extremely basic percussion.
Conceptualization. Lord of the Western Plain. It is really happening right here. The migrants are contaminating our youth. Oh no. I should have known. You're talking about the Kipts. That's why you're so wacky. Oh no. Okay, Tucker Carlson.
Enough now, Noid. You have had enough fun bothering our guests with your crazy theories. Leave him alone.
No, we had more to say.
Man. What's on your mind?
What's with the clothes?
They're hardcore.
That's it?
They're just clothes.
Are they? They look outlandish. I thought that there would be more to it.
Nah, it's just a vest of suspenders made to resemble a human rib cage. Plus some lady clothes to piss off the sex system. Now tell me about that hardcore necktie. It's fucking primal.
It's my friend and accomplice. It makes me party harder. Look at your tie suspiciously. What's so hardcore about it?
I can see that. And you've partied very hard for a very long time, haven't you? It looks like you're trying to hang yourself with it. So large, too. So many different patterns. It's crazy, man. I like it.
Empathy. You suddenly realize the patience and respect this speed freak has shown you is partly because of your style. He's probably not like that with everyone.
Respect to the man!
Let's see, conceptualization. Oh yeah, that's...
Yo, man. What's on your mind?
Let's see. 42% internalize the hardcore aesthetic. I don't just nod along, really feel it. +1 caught the key, +1 necktie is on, +1 analyzed the beat, +1 paracanasism is love. No. Let's see, failure. Aggressive, monotonous, but also somehow sacral. Primitive yet futuristic, like Machine Man. Nothing exists but the here and now. All are one purpose. All you've managed is a list. The parts don't form a whole.
Yo, man. What's on your mind?
Oh.
Yo, man. What's on your mind?
Dedicated, hyperactive, unified. You will have to add something of your own to understand this list of loosely formed qualities called hardcore. You need your own entry. Make it. Pain threshold. Test your limits. Surpass them. Dance till you drop. Dance till you die, if you must. And this is taking place in Revachol, Hardcore Rising. It can only happen here, in the bottom of the geopolitical abyss. Those are the war horns of today. We'll be given a fresh start. I'm going to truly wreck myself as a machine of modern party in a final showdown between flesh and spirit. See the sunshine, we ain't stopping. Keep on dancing till the world ends. You know it feels unfair. There's a party everywhere. I don't seem to have anything else to add to the core. Let's see. Thought gained. Hardcore aesthetic. Oh yeah, it feels manly, beautiful. She's whistling a melody, her trusty contact mic attached to a wooden pulpit. At the sound of your footsteps, she stops what she's doing and turns to you. Reaction speed. Why does that trill sound familiar?
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. Creaks and stuff. Like you're underwater, you know? But like, underwater inside a tree. And yes, I'm being more like Contact Mike, alright? Don't even bring it up.
I wasn't going to, but Contact Mike is...
No. I actually wanted to thank you for getting me and my friends in here. And we even found some new associates, such as they are.
How's everyone doing?
Good, I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Sauna, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does behind that radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk to us much, and the Crabman hasn't shown himself, thank God.
I'd like to know more about your associates.
Okay.
Secret task complete. Is it get a cell to talk about her associates? Tell me about Suna.
Ah, she's a bit odd, I have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, you know? Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time. But earlier today she told me about Welkins, and she seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those little creatures. Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen, I was busy with my mic.
What about Diego?
Oh, the Crabman. Still gives me the creeps the way he moves. But he doesn't actually come down that much, just climbs around the rafters. I just tried to stay away from the Crabman. But he talks to Noid. They seem to have some thing going on.
Oh, he talks to Noid. What for? What does he do up there?
Beats me. Noid said they get along somehow. They're both crazy enough, I guess. Who knows? He doesn't really answer our questions, see? Not that it's easy to ask them. What are we supposed to do? Yell up at the tower? Who do you want to know about?
Andre.
Andre? He's a cool guy. Doesn't really come off as one, but he is. To me, at least.
Sight. As she rubs her sides, but not from cold. Her shoulders are relaxed. She must have taken a hit, or she's on an upswing.
He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision. For what life should be, you know? He tries to push things until everything falls into place. He's an organizer.
What has he organized?
Nothing. But then again, there's nothing to organize around here either. He really wants this church thing to work. Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. Andre's not super intelligent. I've never seen him so psyched about anything though. And he's often psyched. Looks sort of desperate, like it's his last chance or something. Or maybe he was just high. I mean, not that he does drugs, just high, you know.
On life? On his mother's love? Relax, girl, we're police officers, but we're corrupt, rotten to the marrow. You can tell us about drugs and shit. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, drugs, shit, fuck. We don't care.
Yes. Anyway.
Is Andre your boyfriend?
Yes.
Tell me about the others.
Who do you want to know about?
Let's see, tell me about Noid.
He's a four-burger, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg, I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest are from Forburg, making the pilgrimage up north to visit the Palaceum. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle.
What does he do?
What do you mean do? Like for a living?
Yes. No, I meant for breakfast, of course for a living.
He's a carpenter, trained and all. He's very good, he just doesn't have the mindset to work like that. In a shop somewhere.
What kind of mindset is that?
He abides by the hardcore, sir. You would have to ask him yourself.
And you?
Sir, I abide by the law.
Inland Empire. A strange feeling. Every now and then, something feels off about the way she speaks. She doesn't change tone, but you feel as though that there's more about her than she lets on. What is this pilgrimage you're talking about?
It's just something poor Forburg kids do every spring. To pass the time, we walk the entire length of Boogie Street, up to Jamrock, or as much as possible.
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering.
Let's say I haven't been down Boogie Street. Oh, I'm sorry. Have I not told you that I'm a raging alcoholic who recently drank himself into oblivion so deep that he can't even remember what sounds like the biggest street in the city?
Kind of. I'm gonna say yes.
Well, I am. Because I'm not. Now tell me something else.
Okay. Then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different people.
Oh, no. Oh, and I'm also a raging fascist who doesn't approve of different people. So, no, I don't think I'll be going. I might just do that if I make it there alive. It's unlikely I'll make it there. Chest pains. No need to continue drinking. But thank you.
Unfortunately, I can confirm that.
Oh no.
Okay. To each his own.
Tell me about the
Who
others.
do you want to know about?
What's the deal with Egghead?
What do you mean?
What does he think he's doing when he yells all that stuff?
Oh, that. He's the party boy.
What's a party boy?
And Nordic music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say they're a bit backward. No offense if you like rock music though. Rock music's cool by me.
Conceptualization. A pew, swish. Your credentials as the resident future man of Revachol are being questioned. Show her you're hip with the times, Gramps. Goddamn right, rock music is the coolest. Rock music forever. No offense taken, go on. You don't have to tell me rock is backwards. I'm the future man. I abandoned rock in the 30s. Stupid rock, spit.
Okay. Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you still need someone to say something every now and then, right? To urge things on. That's where the party boy comes in. He basically just stands on the stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is. It's very catchy.
I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you dance, like sneezing makes you sneeze, or yawning makes you... Anyway.
He looks around a little embarrassed of the enthusiasm of his interjection. Where's he from? How long has he been with you guys?
Actually, we don't know where he's from, or who he is, really. One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Forburg. Or maybe even Coal City, I can't remember. Maybe it was Coal City. Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning, all night long. Just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the sun came up over the mines. There were mines? Yeah, it was in Coal City. Egg came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back. Couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City, because it took us 2 days to walk back to the fort. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked why he came with us, or who he was. I think his name is Jermaine. People are sweet.
Empathy. You can see it must have been a great night. The memory causes her to go silent for a moment or two. Inland Empire. You wish you'd been there. Tell me about the others.
Who do you want to know about?
Actually, tell me about yourself.
Me?
Yes, I forgot. Tell me about yourself.
I'm a silver bird. It means I don't answer questions about myself.
I accidentally double-tapped the button. Reaction speed, hang on. That phrase, you're suddenly reminded of something. What does that mean? It means, I don't answer questions about myself. But I'm a police officer. You have to answer me. There's more to you than you let on. Am I not seeing? Fair enough.
All right.
She picks up the tape recorder and looks you in the eye.
There is.
You have to answer me.
Is there a law that would stop me from lying, though?
That would depend on the circumstances.
The lieutenant taps his foot. Fair enough.
Thank you.
Okay, other
Sure.
questions?
Welcome back.
Reaction speed, 42%. Catch the silver bird. No, the silver bird has already flown away. I'll catch it later. No, I will catch it now.
Welcome back.
No.
Welcome back.
Come on, it's a coin flip.
Welcome back.
There we go. Oh, passer de argent? I don't know. It flutters by your ear. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. It's what the Zimlaki, the Gradian community in Rivishul, call a person who never breaks under interrogation. It's an organized crime term. So, I remember now, it's a Zimlaki term for someone who won't break under questioning.
What do you mean?
The silver bird.
All right. My father was a Zemyaki. He died years ago. He was a bad man. Not a lot of good things to say about him and what he did. He bought the family a huge house, so we got to live, at least temporarily, in a giant castle in Jamrock. And then he died.
What happened next?
What do you think? The competition came and took everything away. It was like in a war zone.
As she's gritting her teeth.
So after his death, we had nothing left, and we were in danger. My mother had to change her name, mine too. We left it all behind.
Are you sure that's about it? What about this drug lab plan?
It was a stupid idea, and I'm still disappointed I came up with it.
Aren't there any local authorities who might look down on such activities?
I took that into account, of course. Coordinated the operation with the débardeurs, else they might get unhappy.
So what you're saying is Everard authorized this?
Not in person, but I let them know. You can't do anything without the fat ones getting wind. It wasn't too difficult to convince them, really. It's a good thing you ended that mess, though. I felt I was turning Dadwise into a corrupt business person. Unpleasant.
Reaction speed, come on. This is all fine, but you don't have anything on Everard now. That's not how these things work. We should confront Everard about this. Maybe we can manipulate him using the information added to the list. That's all good to know, but let's leave it at that.
Do. It's for the best.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000! Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
And he looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the sound.
Now, the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honors, detective?
Here we go. What do you propose as the name, Andre? Acel. What would you suggest as a name? Oh, yeah, let's go through.
The name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
Andre's overthinking it.
Says the girl with the microphone.
Yes, you should do it, detective.
The speed freak.
Good for the signs.
Oh, the speed freak with the yellow beads around his neck is looking at you.
Noid's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
Acel, what do you suggest?
How about something simple? Like the club?
Too modern and too ironic. We don't want ironic. We want real. Real and true and beautiful. Like a morning after the rave.
Egghead?
Yakokata! Yakokata! The place to be!
Yeko Qatar, the zone of ecological catastrophe. That's too morbid, Egg. Got anything else?
Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega!
No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene.
Noid.
The amnesia.
Like the... I can't remember the name of the club, Amnesia.
Amnesia!
It's not amnesia, guys.
Suna?
I don't.
Good. We have too many opinions anyway.
Kim?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas, Acel. Ideas from another level of consciousness.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please.
I think I've come up with a name.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Disco Elysium. No truce with the Furies. Revachol West. No. Disco Elysium.
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
The past is the future, but the future is dead!
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave. Like we want it to be.
And short. And memorable.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
Trust of the furries. No, that's not. The light beams wash over the dance floor, bathing it in violet blue. Andre breaks into a frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat. Suggestion: you should go with the flow. Join in on the experience. Start tapping your foot. Observe his movement. What are you doing, Andre?
I'm dancing!
Let's see, he performs yet another strange pattern of moves, but it doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks kinda lame. Conceptualization. That softcore gyrating is supposed to be dancing. We should talk about it. We should talk over your so-called dancing.
Yes, my man.
Rise. No. Ooh. Let's see. He jumps up and down with glee. His moves punctuated by the stroboscopic flash of the club's lights. Composure. Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves? Physical instrument. Audio waves thump against your ribcage. The speaker's setup makes everything sound much better, but there's a noticeable lack of movement. That's all for
Goodbye,
now.
officer.
So, I think if you if you fail, no, it's an authority check or something. It's the worst one in the game that you can.
Oh, hey,
you
man.
can fail.
It's good to see you.
Impossible. No words, just dance. +1 aesthetic of hypnotic music. +1 dance fever incoming. No. You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form to bring this strange music into life. For now, such ferocity of motion is beyond you. So, yeah, he's doing like these like a Scooby-Doo ass dance of the Peanuts with Charlie Brown and Snoopy. That kind of dance. Look. Well, just imagine the moves you could pull to this futuristic beat. Electrochemistry. Puts a grin on your face just to think about it. Even a failed attempt gets the juices flowing, and repairs some of the damage done by battles lost. If you up and dose and truly dance. If you up the dose and truly dance, who knows what will happen? Inland Empire, salvation. I've been meaning to ask you, what's with the hair? Let's see, yeah, it can't do it. Let's see.
It's
what's
to
with the hair?
express my individuality.
Perception. Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding. Or is it because you're balding? It's important for you to be an individual. Fair enough. It's idiotic.
Or because I'm balding, yes. I want to fuse the remains of my hair together before it leaves me. I want to show my hair. I don't give a fuck how old you think I am. I'm 20.
How old are you, Andre?
Not 20.
It's important for you to be an
Of
individual?
course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. General issue, man. Now I'm all that, and I have radical spikes.
Fair enough.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway. Goodbye, officer.
There's another check where if you pass the dancing thing, there's another check in there where you invite Kim to dance, and if you fail that one, he ends up saying something extremely racist to Kim, and he leaves. Let's see. Oh yeah, I have to go get the... What do you call it? There's the tape in the tree. It's quite... Oh, wait, well... I was trying to get the... Not the tree. Not the... Oh, can I not interact with it? Huh. I thought I could. I guess not. Very uncool. Etched into the wood, barely visible. Remember the rest is lost to time. That's... I guess I can't interact with the tree to get the tape? I forget. Or maybe it was over here. I don't remember. No, that's the bench. Oh, well, let me go to the pawn shop, I guess. Scribbled between the thighs is a page 3 girl. Lord something. Something in French. I wouldn't have been able to pronounce it anyway.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Let's
I
see.
doubt
something
it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Let's see. I guess he doesn't have anything. Okay, never mind. Oh, actually, it might... Wait, what's my task? It actually has me. Find a tape with a melody for Egghead. I guess I have to do that in the daytime. I guess it's, he can't, like, see in the tree at nighttime or something. That's probably what it is. As he report back to Suna... okay, gonna report back to Suna. Can't do that till tomorrow. Ruby, the bird, okay. Go back to Suna, I guess. I guess I'll have to do the tape thing the next day.
Yes, what is it?
Alright, I talked to Egghead, he plugged in the cable, you can now unmute the speakers.
Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit? Just in case.
Maximum!
Shouts Egghead, a great smile still adorning his face, larger than a red dwarf star.
Maximum is the only way!
I know it is, but could you please turn it down just this instance? Just this one time? Maximum is not the only way, okay?
Pump it to the brick! Pump it to the hard master! There's no other way! Glue style!
Interfacing. Glue style? Okay, there literally is no other way. The mixing desk is glued to maximum.
See? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless.
Why do you want to turn down the volume?
Because I'm afraid that something might happen. It's an unknown phenomenon. We can always turn it back up if there's a need.
Can't turn down the hardcore!
I think what Egghead is trying to say is that the volume button is stuck on maximum.
Of course it is.
She shrugs, consigned to her fate.
Yeah! Permanent enlightenment! Ray of sound!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to unmute the speakers on a count of 5. Everyone ready?
She looks around the church. Egghead pumps his hand in the air, awaiting for the beat to drop.
Born ready.
Says Andre.
Ready.
Yells
I'm
Noid.
ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically. Reaction speed. Not so stoically, his hand moves with the gun holster. Inland Empire. Suddenly, your palms are sweaty. The church seems cold and large, somehow. Half-light. There's tightness in your chest, anxiety. Hold on for a moment.
What?
Maybe we shouldn't do this, it's too dangerous. On the maximum volume too? Nah, never mind. Let's do this. I'm ready. Woo!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged.
She lifts her hand from the keyboard. Complete silence fills the room. Hearing. No wind outside, no waves, no floorboards creaking. Total continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air and then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly it builds, until the air around you starts to vibrate. Physical instrument. It's out there now, in the world, made manifest. Half-light. It will devour everything. Inland Empire. The floorboards, the glass, the streets and the people. Nothing will remain.
Guys, what's going on?
There's alarm in the man's voice as he steps back to scan the surroundings. A slight rattle like crystals clattering in the cupboard fill the air. Joining the chorus.
It's getting louder,
says Noid, his eyes riveted on the strange circle of water basins. Sight. In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling.
Hosiana! Mother of Mega!
You hear Egghead yell, then something else, but his voice is growing faint. Empathy. In his mind, a tidal wave approaching from afar, swallowing entire coastlines on its way. Salvation. Electrochemistry. He's peaking. The worst high he's ever been on. Hey, what's this weird rattling sound? It was in me at first. I've never heard anything this hardcore in my life.
The beauty and the beat! The future of dance! Planetary!
No, Egg! It's the window!
The glass shards around Alora's Day's vacant heart appear to be vibrating from the sound. It almost looks as if she's alive. In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside cautiously, his eyes searching for a possible evacuation route.
The window is going to come down! No, the roof!
She looks up. A screech fills the air, a scream of wood and nails. The pillars of the church twist and creak above and around you. Sight. Cracks appear on the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark.
Come down to earth! Love!
Pain threshold. Below it, all the base grows, like the jaws of a giant compressor gnawing on metal and wood. It does not sound benevolent at all.
That's it. I'm muting it.
Yeah, we should stop. Asuna, mute it. Everybody don't panic. It's beautiful.
Beautiful car! Beautiful life!
Shit! It doesn't stop. A seal? Have you?
The woman is furiously pressing down on her keyboard, but the sound doesn't stop.
Yes, I've turned it off.
She yells, holding the contact mic in her hand.
Andre, pull the compressor! The place is gonna come down!
Fuck! I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in here. It's...
Hearing. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down. Egghead, can you stop it? Egghead, whatever you do, don't stop it. But then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody's staring at Egghead, holding a dangling cable in his hand. A black 3-pin connector.
Egg.
I pulled the plug. It was getting too hardcore.
You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that.
4 2 people. Millions of reals. All that time? This is what we were up against. Just erased it. Suliswolf isn't gonna believe this.
Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope. I think we can use it.
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now. Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's a start.
Kim, did you hear that? What was that? Never heard anything like that. You're going to write Suislaw.
It was very hard not to. I think you're right. There is something going on here. And you need to be very careful with it.
I promise, officer. We will not play it again.
What was that?
It was mathematical information from the anomaly, presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically. Theoretically,
She shakes her head.
I have no idea. I've never even heard of anything like this.
Hearing. Her voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure. You're going to write Suislaw.
Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers. If they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear.
Empathy. That it wasn't her fault, or theirs.
They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have the speakers to produce the frequency anyway.
What happens now? Are you going to...
Stay here. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Suliswolf. Also devise further measurements.
I want you to know that's totally chill with us.
I don't care, but thank you anyway.
Volition. That's the best she can manage for Andre. It's quite a lot, in truth, for her, at least.
Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this. Or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind.
Yes, and we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez. Instead of demolishing it with loud bass noise of unknown origins.
Physical instrument. Some tiny hard thing lets go in your stomach. You're still alive. Let's see. Inland Empire. You have an explanation for all of this, somewhere deep in you. You know, the person you were knows. 42% form a theory on the 2mm hole in the world. +1 heard of doomed commercial area. +1 investigated doomed commercial area. +2 heard of motorway south. +2 cop of the apocalypse.
Yes, what is it?
A logic. You don't have to. You already have, a long time ago. Wait, how? These thoughts formed in you somehow, in a long-forgotten discussion, behind a kitchen table, in the evening light. Inland Empire, drinking coffee and smoking, with a friend. Electrochemistry. And a woman, she was there too. Her hair smelled of shampoo and she was smoking. Suna, it is the origin point of the Pale.
What?
The Swallow. It's how it starts. It's baby Pale.
But Pale isn't here. We're thousands of kilometers from the edge.
Half-light. That comforts her. No, look up first. We are 20 meters from the very edge. She looks up into the darkness above the nave. Then back to you. The Pale is only an effect, a transition between the world and that.
Then, what is that?
A logic. It's nothing. No, it's less than nothing. No. It's less than nothing. The final rest state for reality. Imagine if all this, spread your hands, never was.
Then the Pale is...
Simply a gradient. Simply curdling milk.
But the gradient, it clearly hasn't started yet. We're here, and the Pale is not.
One day, when it's larger, it will be.
I understand. A theory of the Pale where instead of an outer ocean, it metastasizes, like a cancer or a mold, erupting in points inside the world.
Nod. This is one of those places.
According to this, how long...
Then she opens her mouth. Until it starts swallowing. It's already started. Starting with sound.
And information, causing data losses in the East Insulindian front. Have you considered why it's formed in a church? And also when or how it might start growing, or if it has other effects, in addition to sound and data?
Empathy. An intellectual hunger fills her now, casting fear aside.
I also have a question, since we are piling them on. How do you know this? I'm not doubting you. I'm simply curious as to how a detective of the RCM...
Esprit de corps. Knows how to think this. It didn't form in a church. The church formed around it. All the failed businesses in the doomed commercial area. All the failure in Martinez. I think I've had this thought before. That's how I know.
An amateur anthroponetic police officer. I'd like to say I've heard stranger things, but I'm not sure. This is a hell of a guess, however. Well worded, I might add.
Yes, it is very interesting. But I wouldn't say you know. This is a guess. One that's going to have to be proved by anthroponetic scientists.
It didn't form in the church formed around it.
Of course! A pine wood sarcophagus, or a containment facility of some kind, built by the first settlers.
Yes, acting on an instinctual level or religious practices we've forgotten.
I have considered the same. The bad news is, there were 7 pinewood churches built in the first decade of Revachol settlement. Most of them were burnt down during the revolution, or repurposed before, during the suzerain. I'm not saying all of them have one in them, but...
Afterlight. Some of them might. A black grin hanging in the air. A black grain hanging in the air. All the failed businesses in the doomed commercial area. All the failure in Martinez.
You think the presence of that puncture has somehow influenced the outcome of events here? Even, say, software development?
Empathy. She already made up her mind when she heard it. Some kind of great and uncaring force had to play a part. It wasn't only them. Yes, even the revolution was defeated here. I mean, a kind of anthroponetic history. All the failed businesses and ideologies, there's something wrong here. No, we're reaching. People fail on their own.
I told the producers we need to go and move to a normal office building, with amenities. But no, the artists like the milieu, the writers like the history. I told them.
I think they did, yes. Or something, some kind of shape. In the in the deep lore. I should let people still working on these know about this. They might be affected.
You mean Plaisance and the Dice Maker? There was almost no one left when we packed up.
No, just the Dice Maker. I don't think Plaisance would survive this knowledge. I know, just Plaisance. I don't think Nia is playing fair in this game. Yes, both of them deserve to know.
Then go tell them.
As you conclude, one day all the world will be like that 2-millimeter hole. She falls silent. The wind blows through the hole in the stained glass window, cold and moist. Thought gained, cleaning out the rooms.
I'm going to leave that out. But the rest? Some of this I can use to start to explain this to the rest of the team. Maybe I'll sound mad, but...
Man, you will certainly sound mad.
One more thing. Maybe a club for anodic music isn't the worst thing you can erect around this particular point in space.
Perhaps not. Yeah, that's still insane, but then again, so am I. The club is the only thing keeping this place and the rest of reality together. That's not...
I wouldn't go so far as to...
Yeah! Once the light is on in the universe, it will never go out!
Thank you, Egghead. Let's leave it at that, shall we? We have anthropomorphic detection to perform in this district.
Right, I'll let you work in peace now. There we go. Unfortunately, we will not know more about all of this until... because there will not be a Disco Elysium 2. That's... Let's see, we got cleaning out the rooms. Someone's been walking around in your dreams lately, looking for something, tidying up, rearranging, storing away all the unrealized dreams, putting old pains in boxes. The worst nightmares have settled down for a while. A spot of light on the bedroom door after the dark. The fluttering of eyelids in the spring sun. A thought that arises, only to disappear again. And yet, there's a pattern emerging. Unfortunate. There, I think that's a good spot to end it for today. About if I start anything else, it's gonna take a long time. I think all of the other stuff here, I think I have to... What else do I have to do here? I have to talk to the drunks, and then I have to confront Ruby. And I think that's... And then I can read the books and stuff too. Alright, sounds like a plan. Yeah, that's why all of the writers and stuff left, and the company that made this game was really scummy. ZM or whatever. So all of the writers unfortunately left, so there will not be a Disco Elysium 2, but there aren't getting back together to make a spirit... Well, there's a couple different like offshoots of writers that are making a spiritual successor kind of to the Disco Elysium. I think the most promising one looks like it's a game called Summer Eternal. So keep an eye on that, I guess. Alright, but that's gonna be it for me for tonight. Well, thank you all very much for watching, and have a good night.